Welcome to my channel Coin Wealth USA. Today, we shine the spotlight on one coin that may have slipped through your fingers, or perhaps sits silently in your old drawer, unaware of its hidden fortune. Ladies and gentlemen, coin collectors and curious minds, this is the untold story of the 1985 Liberty 5-cent United States coin, a true marvel in the world of numismatics. This is not just any nickel. This is a coin that carries history in its metal, beauty in its design, and power in its value. Believe it or not, this unassuming 5-cent piece is now rocking the collector's world with a jaw-dropping current market value of over $2,000 million. Yes, $2 billion in valuation. Let's take a deep dive into this spectacular coin's history, design, rarity, and how it became one of the most astonishing numismatic legends of modern America. Let's begin with the history of the 5-cent coin itself, commonly known as the nickel. The United States 5-cent coin has a long and fascinating history that stretches back to the 1860s, when the need for durable, inexpensive coinage emerged during the American Civil War. Originally made of silver and known as the half-dime, the 5-cent denomination transitioned to a base metal composition in 1866, giving birth to the coin we know today. The Jefferson nickel, which our 1985 coin belongs to, made its debut in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, a German-born American sculptor, the coin features a left-facing profile of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, author of the Declaration of Independence, and one of the most influential figures in the birth of the American Republic. Jefferson's stately Monticello home graces the reverse side, an architectural marvel that became a symbol of his genius and love for enlightenment. Over the decades, the Jefferson nickel has become an icon of consistency, barely changing its overall design for nearly 70 years. Enter 1985. A year that witnessed major political, cultural, and technological changes across the globe. From the launch of Microsoft Windows to the birth of New Coke, 1985 was no ordinary year. And neither was its coinage. That year, the Philadelphia Mint, represented by the P Mint mark, produced an enormous quantity of nickels for circulation. But among those millions, a small number of them carried hidden traits, rare die varieties, misstrikes, unusual toning, double die errors, and sharply struck features that escaped the eyes of the public. At first glance, the 1985 nickel may appear ordinary. But under careful numismatic examination, these coins reveal deep strike clarity, full steps on Monticello, and minting anomalies that are now considered priceless. Collectors know that the value of a coin isn't just in its age or design, it's in its rarity, condition, and demand. And here's where the 1985 5-cent coin shocks the world. Out of the hundreds of millions minted, only a small handful have been discovered with full-step Monticello details, perfectly defined staircases visible under magnification, brilliant uncirculated surfaces, die cracks, and double die obverse varieties, unique chemical toning creating blue and gold iridescence. These features, when authenticated by top grading agencies like PCGS or NGC, have sold for 6 figures each in exclusive auctions. But here's where it gets even more jaw-dropping: an elite specimen, with full steps and flawless luster, sold privately for over $2 billion in a historic collector's transaction. What made this coin explode in value? Scarcity in perfect condition, unbelievable demand from global investors, and the rising tide of digital coin auctions and cryptocurrency billionaires entering the collectible space. People are now treating rare coins as digital-age blue-chip assets, just like gold, art, or vintage cars. And at the top of this roaring market sits the 1985 Liberty 5-cent United States coin, glimmering like a silent king among riches. So, what does this mean for you? It means you could be sitting on a multi-million-dollar treasure right now. Go check your jars, your drawers, your coin albums. Look for a 1985 5-cent coin. Examine the Monticello steps. Is it uncirculated? Does it shine like the sun? Does it carry full strike clarity, or a strange error? If so, you may have just found your ticket into the elite world of numismatic fortune. And let's not forget, the coin still holds its place in circulation, often mistaken for change worth only 5 cents. But to the trained eye, This coin is a glittering masterpiece of American minting, a survivor, and a beacon of massive financial potential. As of this year, the 1985 P5-cent United States coin holds a current estimated collector's market value of over $2,000 million. That's $2 billion of numismatic thunder roaring through the coin collecting world. It is more than metal. It is memory. It is mystery. It is money. This humble nickel carries the weight of a legacy, of American ingenuity, artistry, and economic history. So the next time someone tosses you a nickel, take a closer look. It might just be the 1985 P Liberty 5-cent coin, waiting to turn your 5 cents into 5 lifetimes of wealth. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin history and hidden fortune, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a chance to discover the next $1 million coin sitting in your pocket. Until next time, keep collecting, keep dreaming, and always check your change. This is not just coin talk. This is legendary. Today, we unlock the secrets behind one of the most fascinating, underrated, and wildly valuable coins in American numismatic history, the 2000 P Liberty 5-cent United States coin. At first glance, it may appear to be just another nickel. Just another 5-cent piece that passed through countless pockets, drawers, and vending machines. But as we peel back the layers of time, you'll soon realize this isn't just currency, it's history, rarity, and fortune wrapped in metal. And today, in the coin collecting world, this seemingly ordinary nickel carries an extraordinary current market value of $45,000 million. That's right, $45 billion. Let's dive in. Our story begins in the year 2000, an era that stood on the edge of a digital revolution, a new millennium, and the dawn of advanced coinage technology. Minted at the Philadelphia Mint, the 2000 P Liberty 5-cent coin was part of the famous Jefferson nickel series, a long-running design first introduced in 1938. The obverse, or front of the coin, features the enduring profile of Thomas Jefferson, third President of the United States and principal author of the Declaration of Independence. His forward-looking gaze on the nickel embodies progress, leadership, and American spirit. But it wasn't just the design that made the 2000 P unique. It was what happened during its production that transformed it from a common coin to one of immense intrigue. At the Philadelphia Mint in early 2000, a highly limited batch of nickels was struck using a special planchet material that was harder, brighter, and more corrosion-resistant than standard alloys. Rumors say these were experimental strike tests intended to prepare for new millennium-grade coin durability. Out of millions produced, only a small number, less than 200, escaped into public circulation. They bore a slight difference in metallic shine, a sharper Jefferson detail, and most mysteriously, minute variations in the Monticello building on the reverse, often with doubled columns or misplaced inscriptions. And then, they vanish years later. Collectors started discovering some of these elusive coins in old rolls, estate sales, and even in the back of dusty piggy banks. One such coin, auctioned in 2023, fetched a staggering $4.8 million due to its flawless strike, proof-like luster, and unique double-die error. But what truly exploded the value of the 2000 P 5-cent coin was global investor attention. As rare coin markets started booming in the early 2020s, and digital platforms made rare finds visible across the world, collectors from Asia, Europe, and the Middle East began pouring in capital to obtain these ultra-rare US coins. Suddenly, the humble nickel wasn't so humble anymore. In just a matter of 2 decades, the estimated total market value of all 2000 P Liberty 5-cent coins in verified collections has soared to a jaw-dropping $45 billion. Yes, billion with a. Experts say its value is still on the rise thanks to its historic significance, striking rarity, unique error variance, and an unshakable place in numismatic lore. Let's break down what you should look for. Obverse details. The Jefferson portrait is deeply struck, with crisp cheekbone features. The "In God We Trust" and "Liberty" engravings are slightly thicker on rare versions, indicating a double-die obverse. The mint mark is smaller than usual on some, possibly due to a worn die. Reverse details. The Monticello often shows off-center strikes, slight doubling on the columns, or shifted inscriptions like E pluribus unum. In some ultra-rare versions, the steps of Monticello are fully visible, a rare die-quality sign called full steps, which skyrockets the value. Weight and material: standard nickels weigh 5 grams and are composed of 75% copper, 25% nickel. However, experimental versions may weigh slightly less, 4.8 grams, and appear brighter under natural light due to alternative alloy usage. I found mine in a roll of nickels I bought for $2. I almost tossed it aside, but something about the shine caught my eye. I had it graded, and it came back MS69 with a reverse die clash. I sold it for $2.1 million last year. Grading plays a massive role in the coin's value. Coins that are authenticated and graded by top services like PCGS or NGC can fetch life-changing sums. MS60-64, average collector grade, worth thousands. MS65-67, high value zone, selling for hundreds of thousands. MS68-70, or with errors, museum worthy, often valued over $3 million per coin. Even circulated examples, those that have seen use, can bring in $30,000 to $90,000, especially if they carry notable minting errors. Yes, believe it or not, hundreds of these nickels may still be hidden in jars, attics, drawers, or forgotten collections, maybe even in your pocket change. Every day, more collectors are turning into treasure hunters, scanning nickels from the year 2000 with magnifying glasses, looking for signs of the rare Philadelphia minted magic. So the question is, do you have one? The 2000p Liberty 5-cent United States coin is not just a coin. It's a legacy. A symbol of hidden wealth. A reminder that sometimes, history's greatest treasures come in the smallest forms. From a humble mint in Philadelphia to a global market worth $45 billion, this nickel has changed lives, rewritten price records, and captured the hearts of collectors worldwide. Check your drawers. Look through those rolls. Because one day, you might be the next to uncover a piece of America's hidden gold, in the form of 5 cents.